How can I drive here
Hey, I will David up. In your car and your keys, like right now. Gotta be somewhere in 10 minutes. That's sort of how my morning was.
What, you got a flat tire?
No, just a loud, rude awakening, you know? You don't like mornings like that.
Last night, I was telling Alex about it this morning on our call, and Dorina was on there. I don't know if she was on there at that, no, because we were just the two of us chatting at that point. I literally fell asleep on the couch, like at 9 o'clock last night. I never do that.
No? Okay.
I was sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
I woke up about 20 after 9, and I was like, what in the world is going on?
Where am I?
I know.
That's the best kind of sleep though, when you wake up. You're like, wait, where you're
Yeah,
at.
that means that you needed a nap like about 6 hours prior to that.
So I went straight to bed.
Yeah.
Straight to bed.
Yeah.
Ow.
That's what, yeah, I slept the whole night.
Oh, yay! Hi, Heather.
I mean, I'm supposed to be looking. I did the same thing when I was teaching at night. I was talking.
You're like talking like this.
That's right, because the camera's
Cameras
there.
over there. So Heather, unfortunately, the camera shows me, but doesn't show all the lovely people here.
We're here.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for being here. We truly appreciate it. And I want to, is this one yours? Yeah. Thank you so much, Jenna. I appreciate you. Let's jump in. Can you take a moment and introduce yourselves? We've got the top 20% in here, Heather. We do a monthly mastermind, and usually it is a true mastermind, but every once in a while we're fortunate enough to have a guest such as yourself, and we really appreciate you sharing your time with us today. So you've got some agents here that are eager to learn and very excited about spending their time with you this morning. So if you want to introduce yourself, I'd appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me. I am thrilled to be here today. Today, we're going to talk about all things value. So my goal for us today is for you to walk away with some tangible things that you can implement in your business to help you win more buyer, seller, investor, and builder opportunities. So just a little bit about myself. I've been in real estate for 21 years. I've been a real estate broker for 14 years. I own the luxury real estate Keller Williams here in Naples, Florida. I also own a physical staging company, an interior design company, and I am the creator and inventor of Style to Design, which is in partnership with Keller Williams for any staging and design services within KW. I am also a MAPS coach with Keller Williams as well. So I help hundreds of agents all across the country bring value to their business. So some of the information I'm going to show you today has actually won some great accolades. We have been voted as a top 10 technology tool for agents nationwide by the NAR. Recently, we also just got voted by Damon John through his personal pitch battle as a top 10 technology tool that we just won as well with Shark Tank. So I can't wait to share with you guys a little bit about what we're doing here in real estate. But the number one thing that all of us in this room have to do is be different, okay? When it comes to real estate, it's about value, but it's also about differentiating yourself in this market. So these are two statistics that you should all have in every single one of your listing presentations, buyer presentations, is 81% of all buyers have zero vision. Zero. Yeah. That's a national statistic. But guess what, you guys? That also means you have zero vision too, right? So 81% of us don't have the capability of seeing the full potential of an original home. So the word original is very important for you to also know. Never tell a client their home is dated. Always say it's original. It's a very less offensive vocabulary when talking to a seller. So when you're talking to a seller that has an original house, one of the things we love to say is when selling your home, do you want your home to appeal to 19% of buyers or 100% of buyers? What do you think sellers say?
100.
Okay, so I'm going to show you today how you take that and you build in a menu of services with a tiered commission approach So when the seller is selecting their tier of commission, they're going to want to select appeal to 100% of buyers. So why do you think I want to do that? I want to help you increase your commission percentage by bringing more value. Okay. Another thing that's really important is for every dollar you invest, you can get $15 in return, according to the Real Estate Staging Association. But there's 2 reasons why people don't offer staging and design in their business. Anyone want to guess what they are?
Why they don't?
Time and
Money.
money. So I'm going to show you today how we can solve that problem. What I want to make sure that everyone understands is listings are your resume. What you put out in this universe is what you get back. So if you're wanting to increase your commission percentage or you're wanting to win more listing opportunities, you have to reflect on what do my current listings look like, and am I making sure that those current listings, I'm appealing to the broadest range of buyers so I can attract the most amount of people into my real estate world, okay? So I'm going to talk to you guys about code of ethics versus services. I coach hundreds of agents, and when I tell you some of the top teams in real estate, and when I ask them their value proposition, guess what they explain to me what it is? This, their code of ethics. They tell me that they deal honestly, they do fairly, they're competitive, they're professional, they answer their phone, they always get back, they know the market. Guess what, you guys? That's your standard. If you want to exist in the world of real estate, you have to have services. Services are your value proposition that differentiate yourself to win more opportunities. Here's an example of some of the services that top teams across the country offer in their menu of services when they're presenting to their buyers, sellers, builders, and investors. So I'm going to show you today how you build this into your real estate business. So one of the things that we love to do is fully explain in our buyer presentation or listing presentation all of the services we offer. But what I want to make sure that you understand too is, can you say your value proposition in 30 seconds or less? Anyone here feel super confident that they could stand up in a room and talk about their value proposition and rattle off all their services?
There are no hands.
No.
We've got the top 20% in that room. You better know your value proposition. Do you guys want to hear mine?
Yes.
Okay. When you partner with me, you partner with the #1 real estate company in the world. Did you know that we sell on average $1.8 billion in luxury real estate every single day? When you list your home with us, we translate it into 52 different languages. It gets syndicated to high net worth individuals through Barron, Penta, Mansions Global, Wall Street Journal, New York Post, just to name a few. Did you know 1 out of every 5 homes is sold by our brokerage? We also invested over $1 billion in technology. We are the creator and inventor of the buyer mapping system. We can see exactly where buyers and sellers are coming from, so that way we can strategically market your home to the right people through our own exclusive algorithms with Facebook and Google. We also have our own in-house design team. Did you know that staged homes sell 6 to 11% more than its marketed competition? My job is to invest in your investment to maximize your ROI so that you can profit the most when selling your home.
Boom.
Okay, can all of you guys say that same value proposition?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
every one of you. Every one of you can say that same value proposition. So do you guys want that recorded?
Yes.
So I have it recorded. We can send it to you. But please know, like, yeah, you should have done that a little earlier, right? So what I want to make sure that you guys do is really know, when it comes to your value proposition, you have to have the easy button. So let me give you an example of why. On the left-hand side, you're going to see residential sales, and you're going to see an example of all the different things that we do. So one of the things that I've done in our business, senior services, I'm just going to pull that one out. So one of the things that I did is I partnered with senior service relocators that help people that are moving into these assisted living facilities. And the reason why I did that is those property managers, they have the captive audience of the decision makers of the person that's moving into those facilities. Well, those decision makers are usually overwhelmed with the idea because if whoever's moving those facilities usually has to sell their home. Well, those people that have to sell their home, guess what that home usually is? Original. Okay. So they need someone like me that's different that can sell that property. So those senior services, I can get them licensed through Keller Williams through our academy for no cost. I can hold them in my referral network at my brokerage and I can pay them a referral fee. So they become part of my referral army that is now giving me lead gen in all of these facilities.
I didn't know that part, so I do seniors, and I didn't know that
I can't hear you. I'm so sorry. I do hear someone talking, but do you want to repeat that question for me?
Yeah, it's an agent who works with seniors, and she was just saying she did not know about this referral, that she could do that.
100%. Why could you not?
I didn't think about it.
So
She just
I want you to think bigger for a moment. I'm a broker. I own a real estate office. Every single one of my agents, I earn profit off of them, right?
Right.
So you have to look as a real estate agent in your business, who is your agents that are you earning profit off of? That's your referral army. So one, your KW network, your KW family, that's part of your referral army. And then what are the other strategic partners that you have that you are now earning revenue off of? Those people is who you're paying referral fees that are helping you build a bigger business. Was there another question?
The question was, how do you get around the fact that they're not licensed agents when it comes to referrals?
They have to become licensed, and Keller Williams has an academy to do that.
There you go.
And in Keller Williams, we all have, every market center usually has a referral network where we can hold their license on a referral basis, right? Yep. So like I hold referral licenses for $75 a year. And that way I can give them referral money, right? So we all have referral, usually like networks. Every market center usually does, because some people aren't active agents, but they're licensed.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So those are just some of the few. If you want to know more about how I build a referral army, that's why I have a MAPS coaching program. Okay. But I'm just kind of glazing over just a few of them for you guys, so you can just think a little bit bigger. Also, too, when you're thinking value proposition, make sure it's clearly explained in all of your marketing collateral. And I'm just showing you examples on how I do that for my real estate business. So the most important thing that we have to do when building our value proposition is we have to back about services in our code of ethics. That right there is how you create your menu of services, your commission approach, and transparency is key. So I'm going to show you how you build it out, but first we're going to focus on the value side. So staging and design has been proven to be the only tangible asset a real estate agent can contribute to a transaction to increase ROI. You guys should have all of that memorized, because on a listing appointment, you're going to want to say that, right? Staging and design is the only tangible asset a real estate agent can contribute to increase ROI. That's from the NAR, okay? But there's those two reasons why they don't: money and time. I'm going to show you what we're going to do to solve those. So the reason why I created and invented style to design, which I'm going to show you about today, is it's a way that buyers can save thousands of dollars and sellers maximize profit and shorten days on market. And we're going to show you how it works. So when it comes to staging and design, please know, like, you have to be able to communicate that in 30 seconds or less, which is why I rattled mine off quickly to you. But what I would encourage you guys to do is look to the person to your right or look to the person to your left and ask them, do you want to be my accountability partner so that I can understand my value proposition and I can practice it in front of you?
Like that.
So when I told you guys my value proposition, do you think I've said that maybe like 5,000 times?
Yeah.
Yeah. I recorded myself. I videotaped myself. I practiced it in front of people. I make sure every agent of mine that joins my brokerage can rattle that off in those first 30 days. Why? because they need to know that the value they're providing. If you look me up on social media, my handle is Heather Arcane. You're going to see 3 things about me. I'm a badass in real estate. I'm a badass in design, and I love my family and faith. That's all you see, because I'm consistent on all of my messages, right? I'm going to make sure that my audience, the biggest mistake real estate agents make is they post about real estate and they don't post about their value proposition. If I were to Google you right now, I would probably see that you all are incredible agents, but am I going to see the value proposition that you bring to a transaction? You get referrals off your value proposition. Okay? So you gotta really think about that. So there's 3 different types of staging. There's virtual staging, there's reality staging, and there's physical staging. And I'm going to break those down for you real fast. Virtual staging is cyberspace 3D module furniture that your photographer AI can put into your listing images, right? Has anyone ever used it before?
Yes,
Awesome.
several hands
Okay.
are up.
Perfect. So I say virtual staging is out and reality staging is in. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I've been doing this for 21 years. I've also used virtual staging. I found that it was kind of a letdown to buyers, right? They saw the visual aspect, which was great, but there was no solution behind it. So that's why I went on a mission and I invented the tech called reality staging and reality renovation. Everything we simulate with has a click to purchase solution. So it is not fake 3D module furniture. It's real stuff that buyers can actually purchase. But do you want to know the best part?
Yes.
Mic drop. They're affiliate links, so the agent can earn revenue off of it.
This is so smart.
So smart, right? This is also how the NAR was able to get us to approve that we can then sell real estate with design services included. Because what we simulate with, there's a click to purchase solution. So now that service is included within the transaction. Make sense?
Yes.
So I want to talk to you guys about revenue. So being a top 20%, you know the power, and hopefully some of you have read the book Innovation Stack. You know, here's your real estate business, and the goal is to stack revenue streams on top of it, right? So I'm going to show you how you do that with style to design. The first way is through reality staging and reality renovation. You can load a before image. You can select, we have over 1,000 different design boards. Select that. All the product is click to purchase. You earn affiliate revenue off of that. We give you the after image, which is what you load into MLS, so you syndicate. So remember when I said listings are your resume? And that 81% of people have no vision? What if you can now cast the vision of the full potential of every room and you could earn revenue off of it?
This is so cool.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So let me kind of break it down for you. So if one of your clients were to call an interior designer and they were to ask them, hey, I need help designing my home, would you be able to give me a solution to design my home with all the product I would need to purchase? Your clients are going to pay on average $450 to $1,500 per room. You now can do these images for about anywhere from $45 to $89, and you get them back in 24 to 48 hours through our platform, where a designer is going to charge $450 to $1,500. Do you think you can immediately bring value to your client by having that?
All day.
Do you think you can create a menu of services to increase your commission percentage and include it in your commission percentage, but still showcase the national average of what it costs to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we do. That's what I've taught and trained my brokerage. That's why Gary gave me the opportunity to launch a luxury brokerage, because I've proven this model. Okay. So what we do is we set you up with a free platform. This is for your affiliate revenue. We'll set you up, and this is how you can get all of your affiliate links. We actually can do it for you as well, create those affiliate links for all of those design boards. So what's great about this company called Trippiest is you actually just, it's super easy, and you actually get paid on all your affiliate revenue up to 30% on all product purchased through your PayPal account. Okay.
Oh,
What?
done.
So, okay, we've talked about original houses, right? So I'm going to talk about another revenue stack for you. And this is probably the biggest revenue stack that we have agents earning a ton of money on. And that's called trade agreements. So when you have an original house and you see that original kitchen, you want to appeal to 100% of buyers versus 19%, right? So you can go on our platform, you can select a design board, and we simulate what it looks like. What are the two questions that buyers ask when they see that?
How much? And
Yep. Who can do the work?
who can do the work?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you something really cool. This is what we do. I'm going to show you trade revenue. So we've created these agreements that we encourage you to have, and I'm going to show you how we're going to break it down. But this is how we are earning trade revenue, anywhere from 15 to up to 25% on all the contractors that we refer. So when you refer, so you have a listing, you're showcasing the full potential of a property. The buyer asks how much and who can do the work. You refer them 3 contractors. You have trade agreements with those 3 contractors. You now earn 10 to 25% of the profit when the buyer executes on the renovation.
That's fantastic.
So these are the list of trade agreements that we encourage you to establish so that you can earn revenue off of these items. So let me give you an example. So this is a listing that one of our agents had. This is the before. We simulated the after. The buyer asks how much, who can do the work. We have trade agreements. Anyone want to role play with me on how to get a trade agreement?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, thank you so much for servicing my clients over the last few years.
You're very welcome.
I'm really excited. I want to bring more value to my customers. So I've actually launched my own staging and design business to bring more value. And I really thought about you as one of my partners.
Well, I appreciate that.
Awesome. So when I work with my network, I actually refer out about 25% in referral money when I get a referral from one of my referral partners, because I don't have to do any marketing efforts to get that warm lead. So I'm actually really excited because I would like to create the same referral program with you now that I've launched my own design entity. And I'm asking that if I give you a hot lead and you don't have to do any marketing efforts to that lead, would you be willing to give me anywhere, depending on what the trade is, anywhere from 10 to 25% of that revenue?
So you're bringing me the business, and I just have to pay you a referral fee if they actually use my services.
Correct. There's no cost outside of that. If they hired you as the contractor, we're just asking for a referral fee of anywhere from, and depending on the trade. So I want to make sure you guys understand, like handyman is usually 10% because there's not as much profit, but contractors usually you can get more from. Like pressure washers are usually 10%, landscapers are usually 10%. But some of those bigger entities are willing to pay a little bit more. And the reason why is most of them are partnered with designers and they're already used to paying that to designers.
There you go. So yeah, I will pay for that business. Thank you.
Absolutely. So that's how we easily get that. But what I want to make sure, and I'm going to go through it in another slide here really quick on how to make sure you set that up correctly. And that's all part of the coaching and training. I built an academy for agents that they can plug into so that I can coach and train them on how to do that. But what I want to make sure that you understand is, so we've talked about virtual, we've talked about reality. I want to talk a moment about physical. Physical staging is what's been proven by the NAR to sell homes for 6 to 11% more. And the reason why is people have an emotional connection. It downplays the negative and accentuates the positives of a home when you physically stage a house, right? So please don't ever underestimate the capability of physical staging. So whether you do it or you're partnered with someone, please know it is an important aspect of your business. But here's what I recommend. So those of you in this room that are like, Heather, this sounds great. I definitely think I'm missing revenue opportunity in my business. I want to make sure that you understand there's a few things that you would want to take into consideration. The first is you want to have a separate LLC that's not commingling your real estate funds and your design revenue, okay? So if you are setting up those trade agreements or earning affiliate revenue, I recommend that you do that. The second thing is if you are going to offer physical staging, you always want to make sure that you do a staging contract with your buyers and sellers that's outside of your listing contract, okay? That physical staging contract should be going through that separate LLC and not your real estate entity. That is how you can get yourself in big trouble in real estate. Those staging and design contracts, those trade agreements should always be through that separate LLC too. And you should always have an affiliated business disclosure agreement that your clients sign to know that you do own that entity. And I will tell you, we have no problem. It's just part of our business affiliate disclosure that disclosures our mortgage company, our title company, our staging company, or design company, right? And then obviously you want to make sure that you have a PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, because contractors are going to pay you usually through Venmo or Zelle, and then PayPal is how you usually get all of your affiliate revenue. Okay, so when you're thinking about value, just know that those are just some legalities I like to make sure that you understand when you're building this out. And if that seems overwhelming to you, please know you don't have to earn any revenue off of this. You could just use this as your value proposition and earn no money and just use it to increase your commission percentage.
He's like, why? Of course.
But I always like to say, because some people are like, that sounds like a lot of work, Heather, and I don't want to do that. And I'm like, well, that's okay. You don't have to do that. I'm just giving you ideas, you know, on how to do it. So these are staging contracts. And I'm going to tell you guys this real quick, not to scare you, but just to make sure you understand the importance. I own a physical staging company. I used to many years ago just write in that I would offer staging services. Well, I made a huge mistake one day and I staged a house without a separate LLC, without insurance, and without a contract, which many agents, about 95% of the agents in the US do the same, okay? Well, guess what? I put a hole in the wall. I flooded a newly renovated house. It cost me $250,000 because I had to re-renovate the house and put my client in temporary housing. The reason why I'm sharing that with you is you cannot offer physical staging within your real estate business without a separate LLC, without insurance, and without contracts. So I'm sharing that with you because I want you to learn from a mistake that I made. You might not have made that mistake yet, but it will happen. It happens time and time again. So if you want to offer that in your business, please join our community, because I have these contracts already in place for you that you can plug into and you can tweak to your branding and your verbiage based on your state. Okay. So I like to just make sure that you are aware of that when you're doing your business. So what I did is I've been on a mission. I'm on a mission all over the US to make sure that every real estate agent can confidently go into every appointment and say, I have my own in-house design team. And by saying you have your own in-house design team, you're leveraging the platform of Style to Design. We have over 1,000 now design boards of all price points and styles. We launch 10 new designs every single week. I have full-time designers that are designing for you 24/7 that you can plug and play into. And all of our designs that we create are affiliate revenue designs, and we can simulate into all of your listing images. Okay. Now, that's also for buyers. Yes, this is for sellers, but how many buyers go to look at a house and they love it, but the kitchens and baths are original and they don't know where to begin? What if you now can help be the visionary for that? So
instead of my little Pinterest board, you mean?
Yeah, exactly, right? And the Pinterest board doesn't create you affiliate revenue. I hate to break that to you. So we source from all national brands that have affiliate programs in place, so that way when your buyers are purchasing, that revenue can be given to you. And the same on renovations. So renovations, we try and source from we only source from national brands as well. And you can also search by price point and style. So say you're selling a $250,000 house or a $20 million house, you can search by luxury, non-luxury, or mid-range. And then you can also search by style. If we have time, I can kind of show you how that works. Okay. So we do kitchen, baths, and exteriors. So whether it's exterior in the back, which is pools, or the front of the house, we can simulate all of those. I always say you have the first 30 seconds to really capture that buyer. So we encourage you to not only, syndicate these images on MLS, if your MLS allows you to do that, which most do, you just have to disclose that it's simulated. But make sure you have these printed off in the house on canvas boards. So that way when they walk in the house, not only do they see it online, but they get that visual in person as well. On the renovation side, we source most of our products. You can get 5 samples for $5. So we also recommend sourcing some of the tile work, so that way when they go in the house, they see the vision board of it, but they also can see what the product actually looks like as well. So I'm going to share with you some top ways to get leads real fast, okay? So expired and FSBOs are my favorite. And why do you think that is?
They're motivated.
They're motivated and the first agent didn't get the job done. So they're looking for something different. So I'm going to bring the difference. Hi, John. I'm sure you're getting bombarded with messages from agents, but I do things very different. And I want to show you a quick example of my work. Here's a before, here's an after. When you sell your home with us, we utilize our in-house design team without any out-of-pocket expense to you. We invest in your investment to give your home a competitive advantage. When you sell your home with us, we can advertise design services included. I'd love a few minutes to show you how this works. Do you have tomorrow at 5:10 available? So this is one of our top scripts that we do on phone, on text, on email, whatever we can do to get to our audience. Sometimes we drop it up their front door, we knock on the front door. We want to make sure that people know we're different and we're going to take a different approach when it comes to selling real estate. This is a gentleman of mine, Max. He relocated here internationally and he started as a brand new agent and plugged right into style to design and has 10x. I mean, his business has just exploded because he actually goes in and he finds all the luxury expireds and he submits their images of the before to us. We simulate the full potential of the property and he walks in at the listing appointment with the board and shows them the power of hiring him as an agent.
Boom.
And he's like, hands down, Heather, my business, like when he does that, he gets that listing because nobody else is doing it. He's being different. So when it comes to creating your menu of services, this is my menu of services where I fully explain to buyers, and I have one for sellers too, exactly what I'm going to do every step of the transaction. I believe transparency is key in the buying and selling experience, right? I want to be held accountable, but I want them to be held accountable too of exactly what's going to go on within that transaction. And I also want to make sure I create my tiers. So during my listing presentation, I'm always talking about how I'm selling homes with design services included, because guess what? That's going to be a tier in my commission. So base 1 is everything that's in those services, everything that's in this past slide right here. Tier 2 is if you want to sell your home with design services included. Tier 3 is on my listing side, it's design services included plus staging. Here, I give them more opportunity for renovation solutions and also furnishing their home. We've been able to increase our commission tier, my agents and my brokerage, significantly just off implementing this. You create the baseline and then you add you stack the services on top of it. Okay.
Heather, when you go on appointments, what do they typically choose? If you're giving them the 3 options, those 3 tiers, what do you often see them choose?
3. And the reason why is, here's why. 1 is they want to sell their home with design services included. And usually most of the time, unless it's a newer construction home, there's some type of reality renovation that I have to do. And I always say staged homes sell on average 6 to 11% more. I kind of giggle with them. I say, listen, when selling your home, if you don't stage it, it's like selling your home naked. Mm-hmm. Your job, my job, is to make sure that I cast the vision so that every buyer can see the full potential of the property. Physical staging is so important part of that. So for you guys in the room, if you don't have a physical staging company, you should consider partnering with one, have a trade agreement with one, think about who could you partner with or how could you build it. If you are wanting to build it, please plug into my community. I'll teach you how to build it the right way. I have a lot of people I've mentored and coached to build a staging entity. And believe me, you can make a lot of mistakes if you don't have the mentorship and guidance to grow it the right way. Okay. So, but those should be part of your commission tiers. Or on the buying side, we don't offer physical staging on the buying side, but we offer the design side on the buying side. And you could do the same on selling side. I mean, you could say, I don't want to offer physical staging. I want to provide more renovation solutions, right? So like tier 2 for ours, you get 1 renovation and you get 3 reality stage. You could do on tier 3, you could do 2 renovations and 5 reality stage. I mean, you just increase those tiers. The reason why it's important for you guys to understand the cost is if a seller knows that, if a designer designs a room for one of your clients, the average cost is $450 to $1,500 on a design. But a renovation, the average cost nationally is $3,500. So you can easily take and actually come up with a number. I'm not allowed to put this on here because KW won't let me do it. But we actually put a percentage of the savings that they get on each tier. So I say, okay, if it's 2 renovations, it's 3,500 times 2. And then if it's a stage, I take 4 stages and my locally on 1,500 because I'm luxury. I take that 4 and I times that by 1,500. And then I show them the savings they get in each tier. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I want to just make sure I recap. Staging and design has been proven to be the only tangible asset a real estate agent can contribute to a transaction to increase the ROI. So we said the reason they don't do it is time and money, right? That's why I created and invented reality staging and reality renovation, right? Because we can solve those 2 problems through that solution. And because we've been doing this now for long enough, we're seeing homes are selling for more money and they're selling quicker by utilizing this technology. So I kind of went over a lot of information with you all. I know that I did. It's very exciting to me. Clearly, you can tell I'm very passionate about it. We have 2 different QR codes here. The first one is our membership to be part of Style to Design is $50 a month. It's very affordable. You get unlimited access to all of our design boards and also my academy. In my academy, I break it down every single day on things that you can do. I also provide all of the marketing templates for you. So even your social media marketing, your listing inserts, all of the templates you saw, I actually provide that for you in our academy. So that is the $50 a month. And then we also say if you're not ready to invest in being able to sell real estate with design services included and you'd like more information, there's the QR code on the right. Now,
that's crazy affordable.
Yeah, it is. Now, what I would love to, do you guys want to see the platform? You want to take a sneak peek at it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to show you is when you become a member of Style to Design, this is what's considered your dashboard. So the design studio is where you're going to see where we have over 1,000 different designs. So you can go into the design studio and you can select whether you want luxury, non-luxury, or renovations. So let's just say you want to do a renovation. In the renovation, you can go over here and you can select by price point. So let's just say we want to do a mid-range. Then you can select what type of room. So let's just say kitchen. You can even break it down by style here and you'll see, I mean, I'm going to load, there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of design boards, okay? But what you'll notice here is when you click on this design board, every single product that you see to make this design is literally click to purchase, right? So everything you see here, you can literally click directly through to that product to purchase that product, okay? So the beautiful thing about that is all you have to do is just download this board right here. You can save that as a PDF file. And when you send that to your customer, all those links are embedded into that file.
Nice.
Now, if anything goes out of stock, we do redesign the design board for you and get you a new design board within 24 to 48 hours. When you do a reality renovation or a reality stage with us, we do go ahead and double check all of the links before we send the order to you to make sure everything's in stock for your buyer. But if from the time that it goes from there to them executing and it does go out of stock, we will do that for you. And that's part of you saying that you have your own in-house design team. That's us working for you. Okay. So you have all of these renovation solutions, but also too, you have all of the staging solutions. So let's just say you have non-luxury. You can literally go in here and you can search, you know what, I'm going to do living room. And then you can select by style as well. Let's just go ahead and do this coastal one right here. You'll see everything you need is click to purchase right here, down to the chairs, to the pillows. Everything has a click to purchase solution right there. Those are all affiliate links so that you could earn revenue off of it. And all you have to do is download that board and you can share it directly with your customer. Okay. So in there as well is we have so much more, but I'm just scratching the surface for you guys really quick. All of those templates as far as those staging contracts, trade agreements, we have all of that built in here for you as well. So you can go into our Google Drive and you can see all of those ready for you in there as well. And then we also provide all the before and after. So if you want to really start marketing that you have staging and design services and show people some examples of before and afters, we've actually gone ahead and built that out for you in here. So you can kind of go ahead and show people what that looks like through all of our before and afters.
This is brilliant.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Any questions for me?
I can see why you're so excited about this. I mean, this is huge.
It is pretty exciting. We've worked really hard to create an awesome solution for our KW family. And you know, I think the reason I'm so passionate about it is because of the success of the agents, right? The agents that are utilizing this at a high level, I mean, they're really winning. And at the end of the day, you know, as a broker, that's like my jam, right? Oops.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry about that. I was going to load that QR code for you guys again.
Yes, please show us the QR codes.
Yeah,
I've got some questions too.
Yeah, please. Sorry, I'm going to just quickly go through this. I don't know why I couldn't get to there any other way, but I couldn't. So bear with me really fast. Any other questions? Well, why don't I answer questions while I'm doing this?
Okay. So back to the senior question.
Yeah.
So she's saying, can we pay them a referral or they pay us a referral in the event that we can serve their clients? Like list their house.
So what we recommend is it's just like any other referral agent, right? You do a referral agreement with that agent and you, and typically it's a 25% referral fee. And so when that property sells, you give that referral agent 25% of the commission. Is that what you were asking?
Yeah, she's got clarity, understanding they have to be licensed.
They do. You cannot give a referral fee if they're unlicensed. And that's why I love KW, because we have all of those in place for people to get licensed.
Any other questions? So the academy you were talking about where people are putting their license in referral instead of using that? What was the name of that academy? The training academy.
I have my own account. Are you talking about the Style to Design Academy? Are you talking about the Keller Williams, the partnership KW has with
So you're talking about K-Score?
yeah, K-Score.
So we don't have that in Ohio. But we've got other stuff. We can figure that out. I mean, we've got reimbursement, same thing.
Yes, same. We don't have K-Score here, but we have reimbursement.
That's what we do, reimbursement in Ohio. So we've got that covered. Bruce, you were going to ask.
I don't know if you can tell me how much are you really spending on like whole staging items?
So he was asking about you holding your own furniture for staging. Like, how much do you spend just holding that? Like, is that in storage? How do you do that?
Yeah, so I have 7 warehouses and I've got about $500,000 to 750,000, depending on where we're at, with selling our furniture and inventory. Now I'm in Naples, Florida. I mean, I'm very luxury. So for me,
Yeah.
my cost is very high to store furniture. But yes, I mean, I have to make sure that I'm covering that cost. Now, I own a market center, and so I always encourage agents that don't start your own staging company unless you have enough agents that are going to be able to refer about 10 stages a month to you.
Okay. Yeah.
If you don't have the listings of 10 stages a month or the referral source of 10 stages a month, it probably doesn't make sense for you to own your own. It makes more sense for you to partner with someone.
That makes sense. That's a good number to know.
Mm-hmm.
So the design to style, this is for buyers and sellers. So if you're doing a listing and then like on the list of photos, you put before and after next to each other, but then our MLS, I don't think it would allow affiliate links to go through. So that's something that you would just send to a buyer.
Yeah, so let me explain to you how it works. So when we do your reality staging and reality renovation orders, we share it with you in a Google Drive. You get the before, you get the after, and you get the design boards in that Google Drive. Once you're past inspection and contingency, we encourage you to add the buyer's agent or the listing agent, whoever you're representing. And you could actually add the buyer to that Google Drive, and then they get access to the design boards, and the design boards are in that Google Drive where they click and purchase. The MLS will not allow the images online with the click to purchase solutions, but you don't want that because then you diminish the value of being able to sell it with design services included because everyone gets those links.
Good point.
But then you still get paid if they're affiliate links anyway, right?
Yeah.
You can do social media. I mean, you can make a lot of money on affiliate revenue and social media. So you can attach, if you want to promote design boards on your social, you can attach affiliate links on social too.
So smart. Yeah.
Now, is there a page that our clients, like we send it stuff to our clients, like a web page that they go to?
Did you hear that?
I did not.
Is there, when he's sending his client, is there a web page that he's sending them to? This is your buyer or
So
your seller?
you're a member of the site. So you as an agent become a member of Style to Design. That's where it's the $50 to become a member. And that's where you get access to all the design boards. Remember, you have to be different and you have to bring the value. If you're just sending them to a site, then you lose your value.
Yeah. That only you get.
Yeah, when I made this platform, I had the choice to go to the public. The problem is we're as agents, we're always fighting for our value, right? And if I made this a public facing platform, the agents then don't have the exclusivity. And my
Right.
goal, just like Gary Keller, is to keep the agent at the heart of every transaction. And that is the purpose of Style to Design too.
Mhm. I love that.
Do they have marketing? I go to value page on showcase how to design.
Right.
Do they have marketing prepared for that thing?
So marketing materials that he can use on his website to show that he's a part of this.
Yeah, so do you guys want me to show you the Academy?
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and log in. I didn't have it pulled up, but I'll go ahead and log into my Academy really quick. So you can see what you get access to.
3 months if I don't like them.
I created this platform because I wanted agents all right, let me go ahead and show you. Right.
Design services included.
So what you're gonna see is
saying they have their own in-house.
okay, so what you're gonna notice is in this academy, I've basically created tons of videos for you, everything that you would need, that value proposition, basically building out your monthly newsletter, the tips for slider videos, what are your step-by-step of everything you do. But then you'll notice that each week I provide you a checklist of what you should do. And then I also provide you all of the marketing templates. So if you want to do your email announcement or you want to do, so these are all created for you in Canva that you can take and you can now rebrand this to your brand. Okay. So I've created all your marketing assets for you. All right. And that's all broken down in the academy on a week by week basis to kind of jumpstart you getting started. So you'll notice this right here is our 50 free templates. These are all your social media announcements. I give you everything, your listing inserts, your confident conversations, text messages, like your phone. When I say print off the board of the before and after, I've created the graphic for you for that you can take and modify to your brand. So all of this is already built for you. Yeah.
How did you do all of this? I mean, how long did it take you?
Years.
Yeah.
But you know, I have an incredible team. Lauren, who's on this call right here, she's my rock. Her and I have a whole incredible team behind it. So yes, but the goal is, you guys, let us help you confidently go into every appointment and say, I have my own in-house design team, and leverage everything we've built to help you do that.
I mean, every agent who is, and they all say it, I want to be luxury. I want to get into luxury. I want to get into luxury. This is,
This
I mean,
is
this,
it. This is
I'm not
it.
going to say anything anymore other than go do this. Seriously. I mean, this is, everything's here. Go do that.
Everything. Yeah. Everything
Why
you need.
reinvent? So smart.
Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot. So it's all built for you guys in here, and all of the templates, everything you need. And we just say, take it and brand it as your own.
Yep.
It's all built in Canva for you.
All day long. So smart, Heather. So
Thank
smart.
you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We should still do that separate LLC. for what we-
Yeah. Yeah. Bottom line, we all still need to do a separate LLC.
Yeah. Now, I will say, just food for thought, you guys are the top 20%. I own a market center too. If some of you are on the ALC, you know, we always look at P&Ls. You guys are the group that's actually going to execute on this, but there's a whole nother section of your brokerage that's not going to execute, but that's still a revenue generating opportunity. So the market center can actually create trade agreements, and you can actually become a member, and you can still do the simulations to your client services director. And you could actually take this and you could earn profit as a market center as well for the agents that don't want to have their own membership, if that is something you're ever entertaining, because that's something that I do as an OP of my market center. Because not everybody wants to establish trade agreements, but the market center should still earn revenue off of that and still bring that value proposition to the agent. So if you're ever thinking in that direction, anyone that doesn't want to do trade agreements, we establish basically a referral fee that we give back to the agent on the percentage of our profit if they don't want to go in that direction. So there's so many ways that you can do it to create wins for the agents. We always encourage the agent to do it themselves, but if they don't want to do it themselves and they want to leverage the market center, we always want to have a solution on the market center side too.
Smart. So
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Well, you have blown our minds today. I wish you could see these faces. We're all like, whoa. It's so good.
Well, I hope you execute on it. I hope, I'm glad that your minds are blown, but at the end of the day, if you don't execute, this means nothing. So I would love, it's very minimal cost for you to just get started. So we love just, try it out, see if this is a win for you, and see what it can do quickly in your business. Even just the academy alone, even if you're not utilizing the design side, I promise you it's going to give you that innovative solutions to really think outside the box.
We've got one person that's already signed up, so I know we're coming.
Yeah. Awesome. Any other questions for me?
Any more questions before she goes? Nope. Thank you. Thank you so much, Heather. We
Thank you.
appreciate you. You've been great. Give
Appreciate
her a
y'all.
round of applause.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Have a great day.
Bye, Heather.
Bye.
Thanks. Yeah, plus it's on YouTube. So we had it live. Holy cow.
She's been around since right after COVID because
Mhm.
I remember I was a member of it for a while. And I was like people were on the fence about potentially selling, they needed to update their home. I was able to provide them with like vision boards to kind of go help. Like what will the cabinets should do?
Yeah.
That was and that's what it was. I did it strictly for nothing. Let's see. Design ideas. I didn't take as far as staging, all that. It was strictly.
I mean, even that alone is worth $50 a month.
No, it was, I thought it was
That's insane. For you, this is a game changer. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the problem is a lot of people like you were doing a lot of that stuff and staging, but you guys are working for free.
You're working for free. Yeah. No kidding.
Thousands of dollars.
So we have one contractor who said that we said.
Why are we not making money off the contract?
And they'll sign it.
Sure.
Yes, send us all the, download it all and send it to us. I'll give you $5. Well, I'll ship that after we send it. Have one account.
Samarine, thanks for joining us. It's pretty amazing, right? Yeah.
Yes, thank you. This was one great, you know,
Yeah, this was a good one. Thanks. I love it.
so much.
You're gonna win all of them. You're gonna take all your listings and then some. Luxury expireds all day long. All right. We'll see you later, Samarine.